Youth pastors, my guess is that you would like to be there for hurting and struggling teenagers and be able to ultimately point them to Jesus. What if I told you that you could show up in a place where 95% of them have been, will go, or plan to go? You would probably do whatever it took to find your way there and help point those kids to Jesus. Well, what if I also told you that that place was YouTube? Well, it's true. According to Pew Research, 95% of teens are on or have been on YouTube. And here's the good news. We are currently in the middle of a playlist linked right here at the top of the video about YouTube for Youth Ministries. Everything you need to know from the philosophy to the tactile, getting it done and getting it posted. And today we're talking about the dreaded editing. Editing of videos. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell because I want to help you show up where 95% of your teenagers are, and I'm doing it on YouTube 100% completely for free. In this video, I want to explore the debate of live stream versus pre-shooting and pre-filming your messages, how you as a youth pastor can grow as a video editor and designer. We're also going to talk about how you can get professional YouTube videos edited for completely free by somebody else. Sound too good to be true? Stick around to find out. So should we live stream our services and post them online, or should we pre-film our messages? Well, for me as a youth pastor, that was a debate that I had when I started at the church that I'm working at right now. Started here in September of 2022, and I wanted, because we were a in-person church, I wanted to live stream our messages. I wanted to live stream our messages mostly so that I could take the live stream long form video, clip it up into shorts, and post it on social media throughout the week. I didn't want to do double work, and pre-filming feels a little bit like double work. And so eventually I landed on pre-filming our messages, not from a strategy standpoint, but honestly from a need standpoint. We weren't going to retrofit or make the room have the accommodations to live stream. We weren't going to put the budget resources behind live streaming our services. And frankly, I didn't even want to live stream as much as I just wanted to live capture the message via video, more than just a cell phone on a tripod in the back of the room on the sound booth. And so we started pre-filming our messages out of necessity. But one of the things that I noticed and have discovered and come to now, so that was out of necessity, but now out of preference, I would say, I will probably forever and always pre-film my messages. Because think about it, when you're on YouTube, this is often what us as churches are going up against. This on screen, if you're not watching, if you're just listening, you can head to the link in the show notes to watch the YouTube video. Mr. Beast and his thumbnail and his 15-ish minute YouTube video is the type of content that most people are going onto YouTube to watch in an entertaining sort of manner, an entertaining sort of fashion. Meanwhile, churches, an hour and 37-minute service with all of their pre-roll announcements and all of their worship services and songs and pastor and announcements and everything is dropped on YouTube without any sort of custom work on a thumbnail or titling or a description. So all that the live stream, with the way that we're approaching live stream on the back end, setting it up, uploading, and we're going to get into all that in this playlist as well, so make sure that you are subscribed. But all of that type of stuff matters as well because as I mentioned in our most recent video, when a student is hurting, you want to be able to send them content and videos and resources and things that can help them make sense of the pain that they're experiencing. But you also want people to find it. So maybe a student you don't know, or a student doesn't feel comfortable, or whatever the case might be, coming to you and asking you that they need help, but you want them to stumble on your YouTube channel, and you want them to be able to make sense of the pain and the suffering that they're facing. And they're not going to be able to find that if you have like your youth group, March 13th, 2024 service. Like, they don't know that the topic was on the problem of evil and how to attach yourself to Jesus when you're going through hard times. So actually, let me do this. This is, if you're watching, and you're going to probably want to watch this part or at least go back and check it out. If you're watching, this right here is a video that I have shot and have done no editing to. Now, you can do that and you could post that to YouTube. And so let me just show you what the first 10 seconds of this video look like. In this video, we're going to explore the value of the final word. Final words are meaningful, right? Whether they're good or whether they're bad. Think about it. All right, and then let me show you what an edited version of this video looks like. Same video, same content, but now there's edits in on top of it. Let's check it out. In this video, we're gonna explore the value of the final word. Final words are meaningful, right? Whether they're good or whether they're bad. Think about it. You see, and when we simply just drop our non-edited, unfiltered teaching on YouTube, the content can still be delivered and it can still get to the end user. Correct. Is it optimized and is it optimal, right? Like you wouldn't show up to an expensive White House gala dressed as if you're going to a football game. Right? And a lot of times that's what we as churches are doing on YouTube. And YouTube is a great platform to capture and even post videos. But a lot of times we don't play the part, right? We don't go into it with the expectation or ability of attaching ourselves to the appropriate, culturally appropriate kind of moment out there. And that's what's going on when we're just simply live streaming and just dropping the live stream without any sort of other work or editing or titling or tags or thumbnail or anything on to YouTube. And so you wouldn't go to a gala dressed like you're going to a football game. So don't just drop your unedited, unfiltered services on YouTube. Right? Because once you pre-film your message, once you capture your teaching somehow, some way on a phone, on a more expensive camera, link down below, Sony ZV-E10, the camera that I recommend if you do want to go to the next level, or if you just want to start using your phone on YouTube, all of that is laid out in my 100% completely free ebook. But once you start posting those things, right? Once you start crafting and capturing your messages, you can then off of that dovetail into more of a robust and holistic social media strategy for youth ministries and for churches, one that has your voice and your face and your messaging woven all throughout your social media and your leaders and your students on camera. So what platforms can you use to edit? I mean, very simply, if you are looking for a budget or more value engineered experience, there are two platforms that I recommend that are free. CAPCAT is a web-based editor, and as long as TikTok doesn't get banned, hopefully CAPCAT will be safe. CAPCAT and TikTok are partners, or CAPCAT was even created by TikTok. And so it's definitely optimized for short form vertical based video, which, by the way, side note, is good for your short form vertical based video. But you can also drop in a full length teaching, and you can do and have edits and animations and lower thirds and text on screen. And so it's web-based, and so you don't have to download anything like new to your device or your computer, your program. So that might work well if you have a really basic computer and don't have a lot of hard drive space, memory, or RAM available to you. The next kind of layer up, I guess I would say, is Davinci Resolve. They do have a free version of it, as well as, of course, as most things do, a paid sort of tier. Beyond that, full disclosure, I have never edited a full-length video in CapCut, nor have I ever even opened Davinci Resolve, because what I use, and I'm not trying to sound bougie or anything like that, but I do use Adobe Premiere Pro out of the Adobe Creative Cloud and Adobe Suite. It is probably one of the more expensive options, but the good news is that our church has a Creative Cloud license, and so I'm able to be added in to that. And so you may check and see if, as a youth pastor, your church is willing to dig deep and spring for a more powerful program. And all I'll say is this, is while CapCut is a great free editing tool, and Davinci Resolve, I've heard amazing things, you often get what you pay for or are willing to pay for. And so I can do just about anything I have a vision for in Adobe Premiere Pro. And sometimes when you're using value or free software, you're really only going to get what you pay for. An honorable mention, of course, I also don't want to leave out Final Cut Pro. It's a favorite of many people. Again, I've never used it, but these are just different options, suggestions, and things that you can check out. Now, the thing, right, the question at hand is, if you're a youth pastor and you have no design, no editing skills, how do you grow as an editor? Is that even necessary? Well, let's talk about it. So, how did you learn to ride a bike? Hopefully you learned how to ride a bike. Drop down in the comments below when you learned how to ride a bike. But probably my guess is that you just did it a bunch. You practiced. And in a lot of the same ways, link down below is my time management strategy. If you want to grow as an editor, create time block for yourself. Tell yourself when you're going to learn this, and then go learn it. I also have linked below 3 different Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro. So if that is a platform that you do decide to go with, editing videos, how to edit long-form video, long-form teaching videos, short-form teaching videos, and create graphics for them using Adobe Photoshop. All of that is available for you, but you simply just got to put in the work. Like, we live in a microwave culture where we want a quick fix, quick answer, immediate results right now that looks great and is professional. But the God honest truth in all of this is, like, if we want to get better at something, we have to start investing in it. And so if editing your videos is important, then you should put the time in. Now, here's another little thing, and I have a limited time offer, very, very limited time offer. I have currently opened up 3 free spaces for you or anyone as a youth pastor to get a series edited by me completely for free. The info is going to be linked on the screen or down below, but I will do your video for free as I am trying to grow in my ability for editing as well as my offerings for youth pastors. And so if it's something that you're interested in, reach out to see if it's still available. If not, I do have a budget version of it as well if those 3 free spaces are not available. But reach out to me, because you might not be an editor and you may not have the time to learn it, but I would be more than willing and more than happy to help you take your editing to the next level, and not in like a coaching type of thing. Like, I'll just I'll do it for you. Like, I will take your videos, I will edit them, I will make them look professional, and then I will post them on YouTube for you, or at least show you how to post them. Because once you have edited long form videos, that is going to help you lay out, dish out, and flesh out a full social media strategy where everything on your social media is focused on the message that you're teaching live in youth group that week, which is actually what we're going to talk about in the next video in this YouTube playlist linked right here on screen. I hope you watch that. I hope you check it out. And I hope that you continue to make digital discipleship easy, possible, and accessible. As always, stay hybrid.